I don't know if he meant to do that or not, but nevertheless, it happened and it was real nasty.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to well, we call you normies.
So week 13 turned out to be a very interesting week or day, Sunday, for the NFL. Now, the MVP conversation is starting to take shape. There are some individuals that are running away with the nomination, if you ask me. Mostly quarterbacks and some other positions, right? You know, Josh Allen pretty much took off with it after yesterday, and there are a few others. And of course, the playoff picture is starting to also shape up. We know the teams that are going to be riding the couch for the playoffs in the near foreseeable future. And we all know what teams are pretty much powerhouses at this point, or staples, or upset teams, if you will. But the main topic of conversation this Monday morning, besides the MVP race, is this vicious hit that Trevor Lawrence took yesterday against the Houston Texans. Now, it was about 4 or so minutes left in the second quarter, about to go to the half. It was 2nd and 7. Trevor Lawrence rolls out of the pocket and he's scrambling, trying to gain some yardage, trying to extend the play. And he goes for a slide. And this is where this individual, Texas linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, sorry if I am not. He goes in, pushes forearm up. Again, I don't know if this guy was trying to do this on purpose. I assume he was not, but in any case, the way it's formed, the way he came through with the tackle or with the positioning, that's exactly what happened, right? He took a vicious hit. He pushed his forearm up. He catches Trevor Lawrence in his face mask in the front. He hits him in the face pretty much. His head ricochets off the back of the turf. And he goes into this concussion position where he's like pretty much stiff. And it's a bad look. We've seen people like Tua Tagovailoa go in this position when they get hit, and others. And it's a real scary position when you see it, because you don't know if this person is going to come out of this or not, because it's almost like they're frozen at that moment when their head ricochets off of their skull and things like that. And it's just a nasty look, all right? And well, Trevor Lawrence, he gets caught off the field. He gets in the cart under his own power, I assume, and he goes off, okay? Shaair gets ejected, of course. We don't know if he's going to get suspended. Most people are saying he's going to get maybe 2 games, maybe a fine, things of that nature. But like I said, I'm sure y'all saw it. It was very nasty, right? Now, before we get into this article, Trevor Lawrence here on his official X page, he went on there and he made a statement letting everyone know, as you can see, thank you to everyone who has reached out, been praying for me. I'm home and feeling better. Means a lot. Thank you all, with the hands up, right? Now, hopefully he typed this statement on his own power, and he's doing better. Of course, he's out with concussion protocol. We don't know how long he'll be out. He'll have to get tested and all those good things that most of you NFL enthusiasts or fans already know about, all right? Now, on the flip side of that, Shaair, he also issued an apology on his X page. Let's read that. As you can see here, this is official X page. And this is his statement. It says, all praises due to Allah. Let's read the statement. It says here, I've always played the game as hard as I could, never with the intent to harm anyone. And anybody that knows me knows that. My goal is to hit you as hard as I can. Then I pray you're still able to get up and play the next play. Of course, you have to say that because he looks really bad right now. And when the game is over, go home to your family unharmed, because it's not personal. It's just competition. Show you right. We both are trying to do the same thing, which is provide for our families. I genuinely didn't see him sliding until it was too late, and it all happens in the blink of an eye. To Trevor, I genuinely apologize to you for what ended up happening. Before the game, we spoke, and I told you how it was great to see you back on the field and wished you well. I would never want to see any player hurt because of a hit I put on them, especially one that's deemed late or unnecessary. To the rest of his teammates, I can definitely understand you having his back and defending him in a situation like that. To the rest of the people who I've been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find their next page. To the rest of his teammates, I can definitely understand you having his back, blah, blah. To the rest of the people who have been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find their villain, to racist and Islamophobic fans and people, you don't know my heart nor my character, which I don't need to prove to any of you. God knows my intentions, and anyone who has ever been a teammate or friend of mine knows my heart. Okay, now, these are heartfelt words. I hope that he means all of these things he's saying in this statement. No, we do not know your heart or your character. All we know is what we see on the field. And for that, you have some making up to do, sir. And that remains to be seen. Again, I don't think he did this on purpose, but, you know, a lot of people don't mean things that they do. It is what it is. You have to apologize. So with that being said, let's go to the article here. Trevor Lawrence injury update. Jaguars QB carted off after brutal hit to the head by Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair. The 2014-24 season has been riddled with head injuries, and Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence found himself among the fray on Sunday against the Texans in Week 13. Down 6, which is just over 4 minutes to go in the first half, Lawrence scrambled out of the pocket on 2nd and 7 with eyes on the marker at Houston's 44. He slid as he reached the first down line, but not before linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair dealt him a vicious shoulder to the head and neck area. Yes, vicious it was. Trevor Lawrence injury update. His hit knocked Lawrence's head back to the turf, appearing to leave him in the fencing position commonly associated with brain injuries. Al-Shaair was ejected for the collision immediately following the play, as several training staffers helped Lawrence into the cart to head into the locker room for concussion evaluation. A scrum ensued as the Jaguars players rushed to defend their QB. Wait a minute. And Al-Shaair was eventually ejected. It was not long after that the quarterback was ruled out of the contest with a confirmed concussion. Now, you see him not going to play. That's Emil Acho, his X-Page. He was carted off. He was able to, have his normal bodily functions. And like I said, we'll see how bad his concussion was by how long it takes him to get back on the field. That's most of the time, just like Tua and all the rest. Backup Mac Jones nabbed 235 yards and 2 fourth-quarter scores through the air in an incomplete comeback effort as the Jags lost to Houston 23-20. However, Jacksonville fans were left with some good news about Lawrence. The quarterback emerged from the locker room with his wife, Marissa, walking under his own power. Head coach Doug Peterson did not confirm or deny whether Lawrence will play again this year, but he did not mention he will enter concussion. Well, he did mention he will enter concussion protocol. Lawrence made it home after the game and says he is feeling better. There's a statement he put on his X page, as I already read to you guys in the beginning. Additionally, Peterson was not afraid to call out Al-Shaair's dirty hit, which very well could have spelled much worse for his franchise arm. Will he be suspended? After Al-Shaair's prompt ejection, the linebacker got into the Jaguars players who were defending their injured quarterback. Yes, there was a lot of skirmishes going on the field after that. And, well, I think they were justified in defending their player, their quarterback. It's not uncommon for the league to discipline players with patterns of aggression, including hits like those Al-Shaair pulled on Lawrence. Repeated violations, quote-unquote, of the rules, with both Chargers' safety Derwin James and Steelers' safety DeMonte Kayes having cited for the season, often resulting in suspensions. That might be the case for Al-Shaair, who is expected to receive a suspension for the hit, ESPN Adam Schefter reported Monday. The league could feel compelled to act based on Al-Shaair's timeline with trouble of penalties. Oh, he's having trouble with penalties. The linebacker put his hands around the then Bucs QB Tom Brady's neck while a member of the 49ers in 2022. And he outright punched Bears running back Rashawn Johnson in week 2 of this year. He posted a apology on X. Y'all saw that. I read it to you earlier. You read that. You saw that. And well, this is Trevor Lawrence stats, and I won't go into the rest of that, but y'all see what's going on here, right? This was a very nasty hit, and I suspect that the commissioner of the NFL will have no choice but to act being how vicious it was and looked on the field and on television for all of us that were watching it. So again, I hope that this young man didn't mean to do it, but either way, like I said, it happened, and he must be called to task for it. I wish Trevor Lawrence the best. As you know, their record, I believe, let me look and see what the record is, because their record is not good at all. I think they've only won. I know they're not going to the playoffs, definitely not going to playoffs. Their record right now, as it stands, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they are, let it load up, they are 2-10. So, you know they're going to be on the couch. So, like he said, will Trevor Lawrence play the rest of the season? There's not a lot of games left to go. So, they might just let him, chill and sit out, let Mac Jones ride the rest of the season, and see what happens next year. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence will be there next year, or if even Doug Peterson will be there next year, given their record and how long they try to turn this around with Doug Peterson being a recent head coach. But y'all see it, right? I wish Trevor Lawrence the best, and Shaair, do better, bro. All right? So with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me. I'm just Normie, here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about this hit and hits like this down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. You're out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.